Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and we'll cover the DAX, the Stock 50, and one of the banks, the Commerce Bank, the CBK. Now for the DAX here on the daily chart, just to get our bearings here, we've been looking at from wave 3 high here, an A wave and a B wave and a C wave. This is the same as the US indices. Except the US indices haven't reached their wave 1 yet. It's probably not quite true on all of them. It appears that the Russell might be in this particular boat as well, but generally speaking, we're following the same sort of pattern here in the US and in the European markets, and the little move up through here as wave 1 and wave 2 here, and we've started positioning ourselves into this wave 3 here, so with small positions under the 10,000, and then we'll start building on the 10,000 once we've got support there, because if this market's going to fail, it's going to fail at the 10,000. So that's our market risk area, and we would need this 10,000 as support. Then that would give us a much nicer understanding of that. How this market's going to move through here, I would imagine it's going to move through a little bit like this one here in this case here, because it's already had its rejection here. What you see is what you don't get. What you see, you always get the opposite of what you see next. Just drilling in here now. So on the 4-hour chart, just looking at that wave 1 to the upside there. So up for wave 1. And we came very close to the 50-60% retracement level here. Not quite, but close enough. And the other thing too is that wave 2s are normally sharp and swift as it is over here in this smaller degree of wave 1 and 2 here. So I feel like it's everything has got the right perspective and the right ratios and so on. But still, what we do need to see is we do need to see 5 waves moving up through here. And we're starting to see that in one of the banks, and we'll be looking at that in a moment. So from the 2-hour chart, essentially we're looking for a move to 10,000 here. There's a couple of hiccups along the way, and one of them is this price point here, which is 9,800. 8 is or I call it a profit-taking number. There's probably more reasons to it than I've got to explain, but I kind of think that it's the first even number before the next whole number. So, this could be 9,000, but in this case it's 10,000. But it's always this number 8 before the next whole number here. So if profit taking is going to come in, it would normally come in at number 8 here, like we've seen over here. But in this case, it won't be as severe as this one. It should it should react, but move up through it. The other point here too, just to give it a bit more credibility, is that this rectangle box is the 50 and 61.8% retracement level of that move down from here to here, back up to here. So it's a number that you're going to have to navigate. And just remember that a market moving from one side of the, as an example here, moving from, this is the top of, the midpoint 5 here, 5 being the second strongest number, 9,500. Basically you can just visually see it, that, it's resistance, and then eventually, it becomes support or breaks out. We normally take the highs out after the classic trading levels pattern, but a market moving from, one side of the number to the other side, that's the safe bet. And that's kind of what we're looking for up here on the 2-hour chart. Here we're sort of got it labeled like this in terms of wave 1 and 2 here, then up for 1 and back for 2 here, and moving up into the third wave. It's possible to count this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up to here. But the main point here, as I mentioned, the 9,800, that's where the sort of invisible brick wall is going to be, and we need to get from one side to the other on this, and of course the same for the 10,000. But we're on the sort of right track here, and the idea is to, because we're in wave 2 here, this market up here should pick up speed, but I would imagine that would be above the 10,000 at that stage. But the idea is to get very small positions in this trend here, and then we can get larger positions on this side over here, going in for the longer haul, that is. On the 15-minute chart here, is just on the 15-minute chart. We've got from wave 2, looking at wave 1 and 2 here. Up for 1 here, back for 2 here. I'm going to leave wave 2 here. I know that, this is another little low over here below this one here, but on the cash market, this low here is actually higher than this one. So it's just something that needs to be resolved, and not that it matters this at this stage, but as I can say to you, is that the 9,800 is what you need to be concerned about. So what you do need to be concerned about is holding through this. If you've got positions in here at the moment, as I mentioned, they should be small, and you should be able to accommodate any movement back down in here, such the support will come in around the 9,720 here. The 72 number here plays out quite nicely, very subtle but important. And if we have a look at one of the banks from here at this point, CBK here, the Commerce Bank, and it's got a different pattern up from this low here. But what I wanted to point out here is that the move down through here as an A wave and a B wave, and then 5 waves in for the C wave here. Now into the 61.8 retracement level. But the thing that I like about this here is that this little move up here is very impulsive, a 5-wave structure. So I'm just going to go to the 15-minute chart here, and you can see we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and it's pulled back, probably not quite to the 61.8, probably more like the 50, but doesn't matter, it's there, 50%. So and this could get a bit more complicated here too. This can just be it could be something like this here too, as such. So you just need to be a bit mindful of that as well. But the good thing here is this move here is in 5 waves. So after some type of correction, and I haven't pulled this apart here, it may be complete, but just at first glance here, it does appear we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, so a B wave and a C wave. So it can come back down as I've drawn here. But because we've got 5 here, we'll get 5 over here. So it does take us back up to the 8 level here, which is important. Of course, it's a major trading level. The $6.50 is a medium level that's halfway between $5 and $8. Odd sort of number, but it's always kicks in very nicely, and always should be noted. So medium level, major level, 9 will be a medium level, and 10 is a major level here. So yes, we're looking for a 5-wave structure to the upside here. The Stock 50 also too is moving along, not as nicely as some of the other markets. So when we looked at that market just a little while ago, the CBK, we could see a nice 5-wave structure up off the low here, where this one here is a little bit scruffy, isn't it? But it's getting there. It's it's moving up, and once again, from this high here of wave 1 here and wave 2 here, the 61.8% retracement level is at this major level here at 3 here. Major levels are the Fibonacci numbers as price ratios. So Fibonacci sequence is 1, 2, 3, 5. 8, 13, 21, but then we start using the power of 10, so we would go 10, 20, 30, so on. But anyway, it's doing all the right things. It's just not the best looking organization or structure that we've seen, but it's the best thing that we've got to run with. So we'll look for this market to be pulled up to the 3,000 here, and we'll sort the wave count out as it goes. I think that with the DAX or this market here, or stocks in this category, having a small position, which would be smaller than normal, and then once we've can confirm where we are with these markets, then we can look to add to them, and obviously we'll be adding it at large numbers. But it's something that just a few pennies in there that are not going to cause a lot of grief, and looking to add to these positions if the trend unfolds in the way that we think it's going to unfold. and yeah, before you know it, we've accumulated some nice positions in there. But yeah, any position in here that's smaller than your normal position, that size, so you don't have to concern yourself with it too much. All right, well, that's it. The US markets are kind of in the same boat, same but different, so we need to look at those. So the main point is that if these European markets are going to fail, they're going to fail at their closest, largest numbers, next numbers. So we've still got space for upside here. Alrighty, cheers.